The world's #1 ranked player, just watching the shuttlecock drift over the net.
Well done, Axelson. Justice is served.
Even the commentators are praising him. But what on earth happened here? It was the 2017 Super Series Finals, men's singles match. Victor Axelson, the #1 ranked badminton player, tried to handle a net shot aggressively, only to end up touching the net, a clear violation. However, to everyone's surprise, the point was awarded to Axelson anyway. His opponent immediately challenged the decision, protesting that it was unfair, but the challenge wasn't upheld. What happened next, though, made Axelson a role model for sportsmanship. Realizing that his point wasn't legitimate, Axelson deliberately let his opponent score. This match serves as yet another reason why AI referees are desperately needed in badminton. As the shuttlecock hits the ground, one player snatches it up. Furious, the opponent protests, and this moment ends up influencing the match's outcome. It was the Denmark Open semifinals, and Carolina Marin, infamous for her lack of sportsmanship, was back at it again. From serving while her opponent wasn't ready to outright grabbing the shuttle from her opponent's court, Marin was in top form of bad manners. Now here's the thing. In badminton, there's an unspoken rule. You don't snatch the shuttlecock from your opponent's court after it lands. But Marin, she bulldozed right over that tradition. This breach rattled her opponent Sindhu so much that she lost focus and ultimately the match. Honestly, the umpire should have stepped in before things escalated. Matches like this make you wonder, could an AI umpire handle these situations better than a human? This might just be Exhibit A.
Let's dive into some judgment calls on the judges in badminton that left everyone scratching their heads. 1. The gotta get home judge. Shindu, known for her fair play, got hit with a penalty for serving a little too slowly. Seriously? The umpire seemed in a rush to wrap things up. Unfortunately, this harsh call threw Shindu off her game, leading to a shocking comeback loss. 2. The nature calls a judge. Late in the game, with a nail-biting situation unfolding, the Japanese team requested a Hawkeye challenge. But guess what? The umpire refused it, claiming it wasn't requested fast enough. Was he in a hurry to relieve himself? Thanks to this hasty decision, the game ended abruptly, and the umpire sprinted to the restroom with no further delays. 3. The spectator judge. Badminton rules clearly state that players can't obstruct the umpire's view. Well, during one match, the judge suddenly decided his personal viewing experience was interrupted, citing the obstruction rule. The unlucky player was penalized and lost the point. Lesson here. In badminton, good manners include keeping the umpire's view unobstructed at all times. Moral of the story, judges are human too, but sometimes, their calls are just too human.
Did you know there's a 2:1 match in pro badminton? Wait. What? At first glance, you might think professional badminton has some secret 2-versus-1 rule. But nope, that's not the case. Instead, this quirky moment highlights one of badminton's unique quirks, the frequent racket breakage problem. Since badminton is full of powerful smashes, it's not uncommon for racket strings to snap mid-game. To keep the action flowing, players are allowed to swap rackets during the match without any restrictions. The catch? They have to do it before the shuttlecock comes flying back. Most players keep a basket of backup rackets nearby, sprinting over to swap them out at lightning speed. But in this mixed doubles match, something hilarious happened. The male player's racket broke, and instead of running himself, he signaled to his female partner to... Why didn't he just grab the racket himself? Lack of trust in his partner? Unlikely, they seemed like a perfectly coordinated duo. More likely, this was part of a pre-planned strategy.
The coach who refuses to coach Korean badminton star, NC Young, fresh off her Paris Olympic gold medal, recently returned to competition. But something was off. Usually during breaks or timeouts, coaches step in with strategies, encouragement, or at least something. But throughout the tournament, her coach and team seemed to act as if she didn't exist.
No feedback, Nancy on her own.
No feedback, no support, just awkward silence. Why? To uncover the mystery, we need to rewind to An Se-young's nearly shredded feet. The issue began with the Korean Badminton Association forcing her to wear shoes that didn't fit properly, shoes they mandated. She repeatedly raised the issue, but her concerns were ignored. So, after the Olympics, she finally went public, revealing the pain she endured. The association, apparently unable to handle criticism, decided to get back at her in the most childish way possible by having the coach and staff give her the silent treatment. Let's dive into the outrageous treatment faced by An Se-young and meet the man at the center of it all. This toad's stubbornness even earned him a trip to a parliamentary hearing, where he proved to be as slippery as ever. First issue, shoes. And Se-young's performance dropped drastically because the Yonex shoes she was forced to wear shredded her feet. To address this, she wrote a 13-page A4 document begging the association to let her use shoes that actually fit. The response? Crickets. For over 4 years, the association hid behind rules and ignored her. In most other countries, exceptions are made for world-class athletes, even if there's a sponsorship deal. But in Korea, the Toad Association clung to its ridiculous rules, shutting their ears while wagging their tongues in nonsensical excuses. Second issue, prize money. Previously, when Korean athletes won Olympic medals, 20% of the sponsorship bonus went directly to the athletes as a reward. But after this Toad became president, poof, that rule vanished. Where did the money go? Odds are it hopped straight into the Toad's bloated belly. Today, let's dive into the history of badminton machines. The most basic way to practice badminton has always been feeding. One person manually setting up scenarios for another to practice. This concept inspired the creation of the first feeding machines, which are fantastic for smash practice. But here's the catch. Those early machines couldn't smash back, and the drills they offered felt worlds apart from real in-play situations. Oh, and sometimes they just didn't cooperate at all. Now, let's level up. Meet the next-gen machine that can actually play against you. Isn't that mind-blowing? It calculates shuttle speed and trajectory in real time and responds instantly. Packed with cutting-edge tech, it's truly impressive. But wait, there's more. Introducing the ultimate machine, a robotic player that smashes and plays just like a human. It's incredible, right? Well, here's the twist. It's actually a deep-fake AI video. If I got you, drop a like. If you saw through it, hit subscribe.